here's what's so formidable about these amoebas. Well, they're parasitic. Heat, H-E-A-T, destroys them. So you can cook your food. I know I said, yeah, we drink clean water, we always have. But you can get them from food too. But heat destroys them, so you can cook your food, right? But it's not that simple because there's so many situations like when you go out to eat or whatever. But what's so formidable about this parasitic amoeba is that it doesn't give you symptoms right away, not necessarily. A lot of people don't get any symptoms. Some people just get like upset stomach. So you go out to eat, you get a little upset stomach, you don't think anything of it, right? Oh, well, normal. Normal, go out to eat, get upset stomach or something, take an Alka-Seltzer. No, you just got amoeba. I do not want to start a new phrase. We started out the getting gringo thing, but I do not want to start getting amoeba. It's not funny. This thing is serious business. But yeah, you just got amoeba. It doesn't give you any symptoms. The problem isn't getting amoeba and then getting medicine. Hold on, let me back up. It's really easy to get the wrong medicine. It's really easy for the places to misdiagnose. That's what I'm trying to say. So you get misdiagnosed and you get the wrong medicine all the time, especially if you just go to lab. So you need to go to the doctor. You really do. You need to go to the lab more than one time. Anyhow, we're going to provide all the ins and outs of this because we're going to document everything we're doing with this. So don't take any one video or series of videos as being comprehensive information. We're going to give you a little bit at a time. You know, you get amoeba, and if it gets misdiagnosed or you do nothing about it because you don't know you got amoeba, that's when the problems start. It gets problematic the longer it stays inside you because they spread, they propagate, and they build a whole city, you know. We said we were going to investigate the protozoa amoeba problem, and we are. We're spending a lot of time. I mean, we're using our researcher capabilities and skills and spending like days on this, like whole days, looking at scientific research and personally talk to medical doctors and things like that. I'll tell you, we were really blindsided by this thing. Okay, Henry David Thoreau, he did say, if you want to understand a person, you need to put yourself in his shoes. I'm not sure how difficult or complicated that might be for some people. Put yourself in our shoes. We have been naturalists for 30 years. That means for 30 years we have gone above and beyond to be exemplary, healthy people, which we were. Notice I say past tense. And this amoeba thing completely blindsided us and took us by surprise, and we got surprised with no real solutions, and that's a big problem for naturalists. See, a non-naturalist, he thinks he's covered. Oh, well, I've got medical insurance, I can go to the doctor. The reason why some people are naturalists is because they know the consequences of, for example, it's a well-known, documented fact that antibiotics are harmful in the long run. It's like this, guys. I had a friend that used to raise honeybees, and he would use pesticide inside the honey hive. Inside the honey hive. If you don't know anything about raising bees, the bees all crawl over one another. And they feed the queen and all this kind of stuff, and they're all over the hive and the honey, and you're putting pesticide in there. Okay, eventually his hives died, and he didn't understand why. Well, I could have told you why. You're using pesticide. I mean, you know, you put pesticide on plants to kill the harmful bugs, but in the process, you're killing the good bugs. And we have been hit really hard, the whole family, with tremendous bacteriological infestation from dirty water and dirty food combination. And this is really a blow to a naturalist family. It's a big blow. Some people that subscribed recently may not have seen a previous video where I said that doctors here in Ecuador recommend, actually what he said was that Ecuadorians treat for parasites every 6 months to once a year on a regular basis. It's just a given here. There's a myriad of ways that you can get this insidious parasite One of the biggest problems that foreigners have is that they're completely blind. They're completely blind about it and don't know it. And the other side of that is that this particular protozoa, amoeba, does not necessarily give you any symptoms other than maybe a little bloat or cramps that you might think maybe you ate something and you don't realize once you're infected, they just spread inside you. And eventually, if you don't know it, causes major issues that lead to fatality. But that's down the road. Because we're naturalists, we've never actually had any issues with parasites at all, not at all. Just not a concern whatsoever. We just always kept our colon clean and that kind of thing, and never had any issues with worms or parasites. And that's why we were just blindsided by this thing. And you don't realize how many different ways you can get it. For example, in most of Ecuador, the water is not fit to drink out of your faucet. Now, Cuenca is an exception. However, the problem with Cuenca is they turn their water off so often that, you know, they cut the pipes off, and then when they turn them back on, you're getting dirty water. For that short window where they cut it back on, you're getting dirty water, and if you're not paying attention, boom, you're infected. But outside of Cuenca, just the fact that other people could get infected too, and then they're preparing your food, like you can go to a restaurant outside of Cuenca, all they got to do is wash your cup or your vegetables with faucet water, and if you eat them raw, and that's another problem, because naturalists like raw food. That's a big, big blow. And this is why now you can start to form a picture of why doctors here say Ecuadorians have to get checked and actually just treat. They just automatically treat. HM Family Life, Frank and Angie in Salinas, Ecuador. Spent 5 years in Ecuador, mostly in Cuenca. We're on the coast now. We're adjusting to the increased awareness of amoebas. They've got plenty of them in the mountains, but it appears there's a lot more concern, clearly because of the water. Anyhow,